Good morning, Dr. Gould. I've put a lot of thought into this assignment of my vision of myself as a creative leader. And I thought I would show you around my creative space as a part of the assignment. Put a lot of thought into the assignment, trying to figure out, am I supposed to be letting go here? Am I downloading my past patterns so I can begin the process of presencing? Am I asking myself, who am I? What is my work? Or am I preparing to let myself allow new ideas to start coming or let come? Then I thought perhaps I need to just stop thinking and start reflecting. I thought I would start by showing you my creative environment. So we came in the front doors. Here's my office space. Okay. Not very creative so far. My wife's creative. That's a picture she came up with. My two sons, one inside the pot, the other one stirring him. Pretty creative, considering I was a culinary arts major. My son too is a little creative. Hopefully it's not too late to keep that going. Keep him to be more creative. That's him inside a picture frame he made. What about me? By the looks of this workspace, one would suppose I'm not overly creative. Let me show you around the rest of the place. Here's one of the first of 4 classrooms we have. We like to call it C104, or 104 for short. This is one of the boxes we ask our faculty to teach in. Again, referring back to the assignment, this week, you asked us to think deeply about the concept of creativity, the need for creativity in educational entities, global context, and in my leadership. Then you asked me to articulate me as a creative leader. Me, a creative leader. You know, in my undergraduate work, I changed from an arts major to a management major because I felt I was not creative enough to do it. Here's another one of the boxes we teach in, by the way, C101. So I thought a little more about creativity, education, global context, leadership, and me. Could I be a creative leader? What is a creative leader? Thankfully, I got ahead of my reading in Puccio, Manson, Murdoch and took a look at their definition. Creative leadership. Deliberately engaging one's imagination to define and guide a group toward a novel goal, a direction that is new for the group. So, could I be a creative leader? I've been here for 5 years, and again, looking at this isn't very new. In fact, it's quite old. Yes, we have our culinary demonstration space, but when used as a lecture-based classroom, rows of chairs. So we move on. The next box, C102. Again, rows of chairs. This one has computers, old, outdated computers, ThinkPads from the early 2000s, but computers nonetheless. So how do I become more creative in my leadership? Looking at Sengi's core learning capabilities, can I use these? Seeing systems, collaborating across boundaries, creating futures, shared visions. Sengi, I can draw from Sengi. And how about Fullen? Can I draw from Fullen? His change leader, how to be a change leader. Again, notice the word collaborate on there. Both of them speak of similar things. However, neither of them tend to focus in either of these models on actually doing. And that's one of the areas I've had trouble with, I've struggled with in being a leader. Here's our last box. Again, we call it 103. Here's where we teach, again, in traditional, uninspiring rows of chairs. Instructor at the front of the room. LCD projector. Computer, internet, standard. So how do we get beyond collaborating and do something? Back to Puccio's book, in which they explain an essential part of creative problem solving is to solve or take action. Collaborate to get outside the box, thinking and doing, and solving, taking action in some way. Can I use this in my ecosystem to help change it and the world today? So what's my vision as a creative leader? Well, I think it's still evolving. I think it involves some of the teaching of Sengi, Fullen, Sharma, and now that I'm reading it, Puccio, and others that I've encountered in this program, and likely will continue to encounter. Being resolute, using systems thinking, collaboration, partnerships, embracing theory U, allowing myself to let go, let come, and now bringing creativity into this. So I think my creative leadership involves all of that. But one thing I know it involves, both literally and figuratively, is getting outside the box in order to solve, as Puccio puts it, ill-defined, novel, complex leadership predicaments and opportunities in my ecosystem and beyond. Here I am outside the box. I gotta say, I'm looking forward to continuing to learn with my group and learning from you, whether you call yourself a facilitator or a teacher. You've already begun to impact my vision as a creative leader. Why can't we change the name of our classrooms to playrooms or game rooms? Why can't we call them learning centers instead of classrooms? Why can't we use the design process to design courses? New, useful ideas are already flowing through my mind. Sounds a lot like Puccio's definition of creative. Now, here I am getting outside the box. I'll see you online.